So activity scheduling overview, I want to give you a couple of pictures of some screens from the scheduling tab, scheduling status, scheduling center. So I've got a few jobs here. They're in Latin. They're actually not real jobs. They're just some placeholders for demo purposes. If we were to look inside the job and see what the job plan is, this was created automatically by the system. We have a milestone where a purchase order has to clear, and then after that's cleared, we have some tasks here that be done, some project management, engineering, etc. We have minimum employment, employee and maximum employee assignments available. Condition to move forward, each one's completed. This KT, keep together, means the engineering will all be assigned to one individual. We have the budget, the used, we have some used already. And so the plan is going to be the balance that needs to occur. So we have a release job. We got 413 hours to schedule in this job. There's a couple other jobs here. So let's just reschedule very quickly, and we'll just take the default and let it run. It's going to go ahead and run through, and it's actually doing a simulation of building everything, all these jobs together. So if we click through and we look at some of the screens here, for instance, this is a high-level view of the overall jobs, and you can see actually we're in pretty good shape. Over here, we had one job that's a day late. We could tweak that. This tells us that equipment's what's holding us up from going any faster. That's what this color code is here. There's some Gantt charts. They're not the most interesting. The scheduled hours are very interesting. You can see them by the job, hover and see what's going on. You can look at them by the activity. You can look at them by the employee. That's a pretty interesting way of seeing things. The schedule by day is quite interesting as well. All the scheduled jobs on a tree here, it combines them together and shows the hours and jobs that will be worked on, the scheduled hours, the percentage of complete, and the balance of hours. So you can see as this rolls along. If I wanted to drill in on one particular job, I can just click it there, and you can see just that one job and what's going on with it all the way through. Resource availability has to do with employees, the normal capacity. Everybody's there 8 hours a day. We've got a couple people here, there's some time off. Unused capacity, we've got a lot of unused capacity because I've just got a few jobs in there, but you can see here that you've got some non-availability and then some partial. You can look at hours by equipment. Let's look at capacity here. Actually, if I look at the scheduled hours, I can see the scheduled hours by equipment. And you can see I'm saturating my equipment, and that's why it's saying the pink was over here. We set things up by employee skills, and so each person will have skills that they're capable of doing. And this is how we just threw a bunch of stuff in here for this employee. They can do anything on the list. The lower the number, the more preferred to the higher number, the less preferred. What happens is we match up qualified people that are available to do the tasks that are required in the sequence and routing needed. We have the equipment availability, and then we have some rules for how we go about scheduling, whether or not we schedule lunch or unassigned, priorities, etc. So this is the big overview of how the scheduler works, but the actual output of the scheduler is on the data capture. Data capture for touch track or PC track or reports is going to be where people will actually be able to see what they're supposed to be working on, where you are in a job. But if somebody's looking at project management, this front screen immediately tells you where you are on any given situation. Each of these little circles, these are customizable milestones that can be backfed. We can customize these to tie them into a scheduled event or something to be completed, and then they go back into something we call job dates, and those job dates are here, and they can go into something called the calendar. And so there's a number of ways that this ties together, but generally the scheduling center is where you're going to be able to go, take a detailed job and process it, schedule it, simulate it, and then everybody will know what to work